प्रिय सहोदरी सहोदरन्मारे एल्लावर्क्कुम एंटे वंदनम. We all have gathered here to give expression to our sadness at the loss of Shri P.P. Mukundan, who was addressed by everybody as Mukudettan, meaning an elder brother. This is, normally we say, condolence meeting. But since according to the Indian tradition, we believe that the real identity of a person is not the body which keeps changing all the time, but the alien and invariable soul, the Atma. And our tradition tells us that body is subject to destruction, but the soul is not subject to destruction. Na jayate miryate va kadache, naim bhutva bhavita va na puya, jo nitya shashvatoyam purano, na hanyate hanyamani shrire. So what has brought all of us here, transcending all even political affiliations, is the sincerity, the devotion with which he worked for the ideals in which he believed. And it is said that a meaningful life, a purposeful life is one when you are able to find a cause which you consider greater than yourself and for which you devote your life, you work overtime, even without taking into consideration whether your actions are bearing what fruits they are bearing, with a feeling of nishkam karma. So we are, and when I look at these people who are gathered in this hall, then it gives me great confidence about our democracy. The term which has been used by our leaders, that India is not only the largest democracy, India is the mother of democracies. Why? Because, as I said earlier, the worth of the individual in our tradition is not to be measured by the alienable factors like birth, where one is born, which social group one belongs to, how one gives expression to his feelings of devotion. These are all immaterial. What is material is, and what moves us, are two great Indian ideals. That is renunciation and service. Renunciation does not mean that you go to some remote place and sit in a cave Renunciation means what I said earlier, that one is able to rise above one's own self-interest and work for the good of the society, good of the people, where your feelings of empathy and compassion, they do not remain confined to your own self or your own kith and kin, but they keep extending and expanding, and your heart beats for people as a whole, for the society, and in fact for the whole mankind. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, there is a beautiful line which says, Nahi nahi kalyan krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Shri Krishna tells Arjun that people who devote their lives for lok sangrah, for lok kalyan, for public good, they never come to grief either in this world or in the hereafter. This is what appeals to Indian mind, and that I strongly believe that is the reason why people from all walks of life, belonging to diverse groups, they all have come here to pay their tributes to the departed soul. He was a man of very firm convictions, but at the same time, his firm convictions did not prevent him from having social relationship, very cordial feelings for those who held adversarial political views. And this is what really strengthens our democracy. This is the reflection of our ancient ethos. We are all spiritually connected. There may be diversity of views, diversity of so many things. I won't go into it in detail. But that does not stop us from acknowledging and recognizing that essentially we are all connected with each other. And we all give our deep sympathies to all those who had personal relationship with Shri P.P. Mukundanji. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that he was a sincere, devoted karma yogi who can inspire. He was an inspiring figure, and I am sure that the legacy of empathy and compassion and concern for the welfare of the common people which he has left behind, that will continue to inspire us, and we will, in a sense, This condolence meeting is rather a celebration of the sincerity, devotion and commitment of this Karmayogi. I join everybody before me, Honorable Chief Minister spoke, the sentiments which he expressed, I associate myself also with those sentiments. And I also recall that he came from the same district which had witnessed some political violence. And then people tell me that he was courageous enough to take the initiative to bring the belligerent groups to the table and try to ensure that we may differ, but we need to respect each other, treat each other, recognize the human dignity and treat each other accordingly. Finally, the only thing I can say is that our prayers are for him and may his soul attain mukti. Loka samasta sukhina bhavantu. Valde Nanni. Jai Hind.